What strain of pigeons do you keep here?
We've two main families at the moment. One, a family that we've had for 15, 17 years that we've formed ourselves based on some pigeons that we got off a bloke called Jack Gibson. Basically the bush arts across Van de Wey Hermans. We've formed a family, as I say, around them for the last 15 years. They've proved very, very reliable up to 350, 400 miles. The last 3 years we've brought in some pigeons from a guy called Andrew van der Weel, the Bosch and Flyers. He's just started to really hit the scenes in a big way now, people are getting to know who he is. They've made an immediate impact, they're flying exceptionally well. Culminating in us being second Midlands National this year with one bred down from his pigeons over the channel, obviously, which has done the job really. It's brought them forward.
Right. Do you specialise long distance flying inland?
Basically, up to 3 years ago, inland. We was mainly inland, sprint racing. I didn't believe at first that the pigeons would do the channel so much. Then we gave a pigeon, same way bred to one of our champions, to a fancier up north in Blyth, a kid called James Smith, flies in the New North Amalgamation. It proved a really good cock for him, racing inland, so he sent it to Beauvais, which is 420 miles, and it won the New North Amalgamation for him. And he says to us, send them, you know, have a go, so we did, and they won straight away.
Right.
So it works well really.
What kind of systems do you use? Start with inland racing. Widowhood?
Basically all widowhood.
Yeah.
Near enough all widowhood racing all the time.
Do you fly roundabout at all, using the ends?
Not now.
No?
Not now.
You've
We have in the
tried
past, haven't we?
Yeah, we have in the past.
How did you find it?
Oh, I've got a system for racing ends that's absolutely out of this world. But it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time. I mean, I'll explain it to you if you want. It's different. It's not traditional widowhood ends, but it's not ends racing to cocks either. But you can fly a hen to a youngster the full season, week in and week out on this system, and they will beat the widowhood cocks, and they won't go eggy, and they will get to the point you get them that jealous for this baby that they won't even take the cock back in the box. They'll bray the cock out of the box.
Yeah.
And you can keep them going every week, week in and week out, and they will exercise around home like you wouldn't believe. Basically, you've got to con them into believing that there's a baby in the nest ball. Like you would a widowhood cock. If you leave your balls upside down for your widowhood cocks, the cock believes that the hen's there all the time, so it's defending that. Well, what you do with the hen is that when the baby gets to a fortnight old, you get the cock away, you leave the hen to finish the baby off, and then you gradually, over a period of a week, you start slipping a box over the box and locking the hen outside, but then let her in on the night to feed the baby, and then you spread it to 2 days, then 3 days, and so on, till in the end, the only time she sees the baby is on a Friday night before she goes and on a Saturday when she comes back. Yeah. The only thing with the system is you've got to have a good sized stock loft to produce a consistent stream of babies to put in at about 14 to 15 days old on a Friday night for the hen to come back to, but they will tear the street out.
So as the babies are growing up, you need fresh ones to replace them with, to keep the hens going.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Different.
Yeah. I've topped the fed from Fraserburgh 280 miles with the hen racing to that system.
That's different. That's
really different.
And what about your widowhood system? Is that standard?
Yeah, basic standard widowhood systems really. Cocks get locked in the boxes all week. It's important that they bond to the box, feed them and drink them in the box, not on the floor.
Yeah.
When they come back on a Saturday, they've got to hit that box.
Right.
In close racing that we get in this particular federation, seconds count and you can't chase them around the floor, they've got to be in the box.
Yeah.
They've got to be in the box as soon as they come home. And they'll defend the territory a lot more because they know that that's where they're going to get fed, where they're going to get watered. I do believe that some widowhood cocks don't necessarily race to the hen. Don't necessarily need a hen.
To the box?
The box. You can make them jealous for the box. If you get a cock that's particularly defensive of his box, then forget about his hen for 2 or 3 weeks and do something different with him.
Yeah.
Let him out for exercise when he comes in from exercise. Have a cock waiting in his boxes every time he goes out for a week.
Do you find,
Saturday they'll tear it down.
Do you find that works like a jealous system with a young bird, a yearling, we'll say, a yearling cock on it? Are they easy to wind up?
I think with yearling cocks you've got to be very careful doing things like that. I wouldn't wind yearling cocks up particularly at all because you lose a lot of yearling cocks by doing that. They'll get excited, or you upset them. You can't. The yearling cock's only just learning his territory. He's only just starting to defend that box. If you stick a cock in there for a week, he's going to get very upset about that and think he's lost his box.
Right.
Whereas a 3 or 4-year-old cock that's a good racer is maybe losing his edge a little bit, you can do that with him.
That'll bring him on. Yeah.
It'll bring him on because he's no way he's going to get that box up.
Right, so you don't confuse the yearlings.
No,
Leave well alone.
No. Start them very steady. Often the first few races, even send them natural, 2 or 3 races, get some races down the belts as yearling cocks, then put them onto the widowwood.
Right. Going on to feed. What's your feeding for your race? Your widow pigeons will start with. Break down?
No.
You don't break them down?
No.
Right.
I think this is another thing that a lot of fanciers don't think enough about. When a pigeon comes back from a race, it's broken down already. It's done all its hard work, its muscles are depleted, especially if it's had a really grueling race. It needs rest and recuperation, but it needs protein to rebuild that muscle. The first 2 days when it comes back from the race are the most important, to build the pigeon back up, get it back strong, get its muscle back on, lay it rest. People say, oh, you've given too much protein, the blood goes blue and all the rest of it, they go dark skinned. They might do for a couple of days, but that's all.
Yeah.
You're not looking at them to race again until the week after. A couple of days, build them back up, get the muscle back on, the protein in, and then lighten the feed back up.
Right.
Then lighten it back up.
So what are you feeding them on their arrival? They've come from the race. What are you feeding them?
Basically, part the widowwood mix that they feed.
Strong
feed,
yeah.
And part high protein feed.
Right.
Any high protein mix. And that Bosmolan Irish is a good one, for instance. A bit of that mixed in with it. Like that. And let them take what they want.
Right.
Don't force them to eat what you want. Let them take what they want. They know what's best for them, not you.
Yeah.
And don't ever, ever keep pigeons hungry. Never ever keep pigeons hungry. You know yourself, if you get up at work and you're absolutely starving hungry, you don't want to work.
That's right.
You don't want to work, they won't work. At the same time, they don't want to be stuffed with corn either.
No, it's just finding a happy medium.
I don't want to. You never want to see pigeons packed silly with corn and stretching the crops, and because that makes them feel uncomfortable as well.
Yeah.
They should always be looking. Basically, if they're right, they should. If you want it in with a peanut or whatever, or even a maple pea, they should always maybe just want to take it off you.
Yeah.
Just be willing to eat a little bit of something, but not be running around crazy chasing you for food.
That's right. Yeah.
That's the art of feeding.
It's the happy medium. You don't want them starving, you don't want them hungry.
Yeah. And a lighter diet.
Yeah.
A lighter diet in general. By lighter diet, I don't mean barley and wheat, safflowers,
All that carbohydrate.
maize, light, energy-giving food. They only need protein when they're growing.
Yeah.
Protein when they're babies, protein when they're molting, protein when they come back from a race. Then back on the carbohydrates.
Yeah.
And if you starve them, well, not starve them, that's the wrong word, but by giving them a high protein feed at the beginning of the week or on a Sunday and a Monday, then the body will start to want carbohydrates. So when you give them it on a Wednesday and a Thursday and a Friday, they'll take more carbohydrates on.
Yeah.
And load the system.
Charging the cells up, yeah.
Then they turn to sugars, which they turn to energy.
That's right, yeah. I see you've gone into it in a big way.
I read
Studying nutrition and health factors and that.
everything. I read everything I can, get my hands on. Books, collect books, watch videos, listen to people talk, and make a lot of my own conclusions as well. I think it's a very technical sport in real terms.